Alright guys, and welcome back to Pembroke Hospital. I did a few things offline, or better to say off screen, namely talking to a few people, filling our ranks here of whom we know, and also administering some treatments for the diseases, as we can see here, for example, or here. So basically to improve our blood quality, it was basically just running around Whitechapel and also trying to figure out where the tavern was in the docks. So a bit more talking to people we have not met before, but it was mostly for immersion. It was getting to know characters, about their lives. It was nothing that really helped us in terms of figuring out who we are, what we are, and so I basically did that off screen. It was basically, let's say, half an hour or an hour of walking, not finding where I wanted to go, and talking to people. However, as I said, more for the immersion, for the different areas, the docks here, and also Whitechapel to feel more lively, more interactive, more immersive, that we do have people with their own sub-narratives that all tell their own stories. But now we're back here at the hospital to, well, do what we have to do for our main quest, namely analyzing the blood sample that we have from Rasvan's corpse. And here we go.
Razvan Vasily was infected by Spanish flu, but also has the highly unstable blood of the Scowls. Is the London vampire epidemic transmitted through the flu? I should talk to Dr. Swansea about it.
And before we do that, this is what we are doing now, resting, and with that we can level up, hoping that all these NPCs we meet on the streets don't do the same, so that we can access a few more areas of London afterwards. The following night. Major district events. Every night the consequences of your actions may improve or degrade district health status. Let's see what happens. Disappearances in Whitechapels. Reports of mysterious disappearances have escalated in the past weeks. It has reached the point where witnesses have to queue before recounting their testimonies to an officer. Although this phenomenon appears to be a nationwide occurrence, the statements of the last 24 hours have converged around a single area in the country: Whitechapel, London. Yes, once more the despised and loathed East End is left to struggle on its own, continuously overlooked by the authorities, even while numerous families from this district report the unexplained disappearances of relatives and neighbours. What has happened to these missing individuals? Where are they? The only link between them seems to be their health and their need for urgent medical attention. Until recently, it was a local secret that the only place to get help was a discreet dispensary managed by unidentified Good Samaritans. But the place now seems to be closed. Oh, that's the decision we made, that Nurse Crane is to forget about it, the charming option. Ooh. So we caused quite some chaos. And no one has any news from that facility. Did the missing persons go to a more secret place? Have they been discreetly moved to a more official service? One day soon, the London City Council's Board of Health will have to answer for this new mystery. Dorothy Crane, the pillar of Whitechapel, is missing. I think we made the wrong choice here. Pembroke Hospital is fairly healthy. The only person sick is Oswald Thatcher. Oh, somebody died. That's bad luck. Anemia. Now they have coat diseases. So we were active at Pembroke, which doesn't look too bad, and here we don't know anybody, but events must have happened. Interesting. Ah, that was the major event. I actually do like that our decisions have a real effect here, and also this idea that we are actually missing plot. So of course we could have talked to him if we knew who he was, if we had found him before. So maybe he was one of these, sorry, one of these citizens of which we saved two already. For example, where is he? This charming fella here. Maybe he was also a citizen in distress who was then, well, overcome by that, by skulls maybe. So depending on how you play the game, people die, or you're able to save them. Well, well. But we had to sleep in order to level up. So it's actually quite interesting that the game, in a way, tells you, I mean, I was aware of this blinking red font in the top right corner about leveling up, about resting, but as soon as you do, time continues and things happen. So we have to talk to Edgar. Oh, we get new. Luckily everything respawns. In terms of medicine, I'm not so happy about all the enemies respawning. This
I
is
cannot
locked.
enter.
Anything respawned here? No. Was it enough respawn to create more medicine? I say I heavily doubt that, but let's have a look. It was... well, we can do one more for anemia, but we have 3 of those. But I would go for a 4th one on fatigue, given that everybody suffers from that here. So, if you why don't we know him? If you really want to save everybody, you would have to run through the... well, through the different districts every night to talk to everybody and see what the people do, where they are, if they are in trouble, what their conditions are. Dr. Swansea. Let's see what he tells us. Oh, did your stuff respawn? Just checking. No.
Evening, Edgar. Could I get your professional opinion?
Please speak, but I have something important to tell you.
Oh?
This strain of flu, it's very different from the one I saw in Europe. It's downright peculiar.
Really? What makes you say that?
This is the most British thing Jonathan could have said. The flu is different from the one he saw in Europe. Last time I checked, England, or Great Britain per se, is part of Europe. They're not part of the European Union anymore, but that's a different story. But nevertheless, it's part, in terms of continents, of Europe. But it's a very British thing to do, and the British have very often done so, and we have this very often in literature and basically also in news, in different types of texts, that when going to France, for example, they were talking about going to Europe as if Britain was not part of Europe. I analyzed the blood.
I've just looked at the blood of one of our recently deceased.
I see. Do you have anything more to go on?
This disease spreads and looks like the Spanish flu, but its effects differ greatly. The London strain is different from the continental one.
This is very interesting. Did you find something else?
I think he knows more about that than he wants to admit, but let's play with cards open.
Yes. Unlike the flu, the infected begin to show an increase in outwardly aggressive behavior. More than simple agitation. Once docile people become violent.
You mean like rabies? Is there a chance we could create a vaccine, Jonathan, like Pasteur? By the stove, that would be smashing.
There's a lot we're not seeing here. But it is spreading, and quickly. If we don't act, the whole city could be lost.
But Jonathan, we've a fantastic opportunity sitting right here in front of us. A weapon of choice.
What?
What on earth do you mean?
Why, you, my dear boy. With your expertise and your blood, we could isolate the properties that course through your veins. Think about the possibilities.
I may turn London into my realm. Let's go world dominion from 0 to 100 in one statement. Have I thought about this? No, but he wants to use vampire blood to create a cure. With the background knowledge we have that vampires have to share their blood to create new vampires. So what we do is basically we create tons of vampires if Jonathan's blood is used. That's a brilliant idea, as in it isn't.
I admit it did occur to me. Blood seems to be the common factor in all of this.
I totally agree. We're in uncharted territory here. Maybe it's just wishful thinking, but imagine the possibilities.
We'll discuss this more later. Thank you for your time.
No, thank you, Jonathan. But as I said, I needed to talk to you. I have some rather bad news.
Yes?
I'm afraid it's your sister.
My sister?
She's to be buried this evening at Whitechapel Cemetery. Your mother published the obituary this morning.
I see.
I'm sorry, Jonathan. Please accept my condolences.
Attend Mary's funeral. This has so much potential for completely going wrong on all different levels. But alright, we do have, just to sum that up so far, we have a flu that spreads like the flu, but the symptoms are partly the same, but partly completely different, as in people get extremely aggressive, and what we see on the streets is... Where's this Dr. Chidana? What we see on the streets is that they turn into skulls, which somehow gives the feeling that our flu virus merged with whatever turns vampires into vampires, kind of thing.
I never thought I would have to attend my murdered sister's funeral. Mary, I can't forgive myself. I'll find the truth about what happened to us. I swear.
I mean, we know what happened to her. This is not much of a secret.
It's locked.
Damn. Both? No, only one. A long letter, of course. Birmingham. Hello, sis. How are things in the big city? Here in Brum, things are not so good. It seems the flu is here again, and we have many new cases of infection in the neighborhood. Do you remember Miss Scheller, the old drinking hag from the 3rd floor? She passed away 2 days ago, and her flat is already occupied again. Jeez, you would have to pay me a huge amount of money to go sleep in the bed in which a woman died of the flu just a few hours ago. Sorry I did not take the time to quickly answer your last letter. Between taking care of little Paul, Mum dead, and my job at the factory, I rarely find time to write my favourite sister. By the way, my son says hello to his auntie Pippa, and should you see the little bugger already driving me mad? You should see the little bugger already driving me mad. And Mum says you bring back some of those marvellous cakes the next time you come back home. In your last letter you told me you thought about quitting your job at the Pembroke Hospital. I have to tell you, Pip, you better think twice. There are always jobs at the factory, but wages are shit, and it's as boring as a day without a shag. Oh, I have a new fiancé, and no, I'm no slut. You moral bitch, you. Mind your wording. So if you really want to quit and do something more useful than counting the dead every morning, maybe you better stay in London and join that band you told me about. The god... Oh. Bad idea. The god or Priven, so she means the god of Priven. Something like that. Never heard of them, but if they are, like you said, some sort of civil militia trying to make a difference, then maybe it's a good choice for you. Just be sure to let the others go in front. That's how my poor Bill got killed in France, by leading too many patrols. Bloody war. Anyway, come back as soon as you can and give me all the good news before that. I'm your affectionate sister, Lucy Pullman, and dead. New details. So yeah, the game is basically a long puzzle of getting to know people. Pippa, can we talk to her about that? Was it you? Yes.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reid.
Pepper, are you sure you want to leave this hospital?
To become a nurse was a little girl's dream. But in the end, I don't feel that useful. I want more. I want to make things change.
But you're doing something important here. For all the patients who need your help.
We save lives, sure. Each time we send a cured patient home, it's a relief beyond words. But since the epidemic, I feel so powerless.
What steps are you prepared to take to feel more useful?
I don't know yet. My sister believes that the real fight is in the streets nowadays. Maybe she's right. Maybe this is what I must do.
And what about Milton Hooks? Does he share your point of view?
For Milton, any change means more comfort and more peace. I disagree.
If you feel that saving lives is not useful enough, perhaps it means that you've lost faith.
On the contrary, my faith has never been stronger. Maybe we are all just too proud to face up to the fact that science cannot compete with God.
And again, it's this science versus religion thing.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Is anybody sick here at the hospital? Yeah, he with his headache, which we can't cure. Sean. Ooh, charming as ever. And I can't talk to you. That's a shame. I would have liked to. So now finally, where is this doctor? Goswick, Fiddick, Ackroyd. Lady Ashbury, Harvey Fiddick. Am I making characters up? Where is he? Why is he always disappearing? And where to? Lady Ashbury. Sorry that you see the game in black and white right now. I'm getting a bit confused about this one. There. Oh, out here. Can we talk? Yes.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reid.
Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir. Especially when he was supposedly dead.
A colleague. Are you a doctor too?
Not anymore, sir. I used to be Dr. Rakesh Jadana. Now, I'm just Mr. Jadana, pawnbroker and humble guardian of this morgue.
What do you mean, you used to be a doctor? Was your license revoked?
No, sir. It is just that I like to be precise. I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead. But I used to be a real doctor.
And of course we have a, well, doctor from India, and what does he speak? Perfectly clear English with a stereotypical, archetypal, generic Indian accent.
Are you afraid or uneasy being surrounded by so many corpses?
Why should I? These bodies are empty vessels. Flesh left to decay. Poof. No soul anymore. All gone.
An interesting point of view. And quite an exotic one, too. Most people fear, or at least have a respect, for dead flesh.
Sir, as a medic during the war, I learned to face my death and the death of others. It's the pain we have to tame, not death itself.
Alright.
How did you get this job?
After I left the army, I worked as an undertaker down by the docks. A dangerous place with many an unpleasant business there. Milton Hooks helped me get a job here.
So, Milton again.
Do you work here alone?
Yes, very easy work, sir. All I have to do is watch a few bodies. The situation was very different when the main morgue was still open.
Why do you have to watch these bodies?
Because these poor fellows have no names. We keep them in case someone comes looking for the missing. Sadly, very rarely happens.
Why close the hospital's main morgue?
It was for sanitary reasons after the beginning of the epidemic. Cadavers had to be moved to the nearest mass grave.
Have we met before?
I don't think so, sir. Why?
When we first talked, you said you were glad to meet me since I was reported dead.
Funny story, sir. Your sister came here a few nights ago. You were missing, and she was looking for your body. She must be very relieved now.
Well, not so much.
Tell me the truth about your appointment as a medic during the war, Rakesh.
The regiment administration appointed me by mistake. I had to learn the job on the spot, sir.
What?
Very hard, sir. But I rose to the challenge.
Wow.
Do you realize how many soldiers died because of that decision? You should have refused.
Yes, sir. I swear I did, sir. But no one listened. When the first wounded arrived, I had to do what I could.
It is an unbelievable story, Mr. Chidana.
It was a time beyond belief, Dr. Reid. But I'm happy not to deal with the wounded. I prefer caring for the dead now.
And given how many of these dead were quite active in the morgue, he's not really doing a good
You
job
can't
either.
impersonate a doctor. You can't improvise a medical education. People could die at your hands.
You're absolutely right, sir. But as a field surgeon, it was more like being a butcher.
Do you believe you have really helped these people?
My ratings were within the averages of the regiment. I saved lives, Dr. Reid. Does that not say enough about triage and war surgery?
Whew.
A pawnbroker? I expect you get all types of people here.
Yes, sir. All kind of people. For I sell all kind of goods.
Who comes here to trade with you? It's very unhygienic, even unsafe. Diseases can spread. For the customers, for the hospital.
I'm very cautious, sir. I've been a doctor, remember? And all my clients are good people. In fact, I think I only know good people.
And as we all know, epidemic stops before good people. Good people are never harmed.
What kind of goods?
With the quarantine, it's not always easy to buy things. So I trade, I exchange. Some people sell, some others buy. I like to help.
Alright.
Since you're not afraid of dying, do you believe in life after death, Rakesh?
No, I believe we must do all the good we can while alive. For our time is short, and the obstacles are endless.
Do you think you would enjoy immortality as a concept?
I don't think so. Don't mistake me. I love life, and I'd like to live a long life. But everything has to decay, sir. Even goodwill.
This was this idea of asking as a concept, this asking for her friend, just, you know, saying, what do you think about immortality? I had this kind of vibe. Goodwill won't last, ready to die. No, we're not killing him yet.
Do you really believe goodwill cannot last?
As I said, sir, everything decays. If I was to never die, goodness, I would be bored or worse. And I like to be helpful, sir.
Quite depressing, wouldn't you say?
Yes, but the good news is we'll all die before losing our humanity, sir.
Is that so? I'd actually say this is debatable. Heavily debatable.
So you're ready to die?
No, I am not. I don't fear death, for I won't see it. What troubles me is the pain my death will inflict to those I know.
You're a wise man, Mr. Chidana.
No, Dr. Reid, I am a foolish man. But I like to think otherwise.
Interesting viewpoints, however.
Please show me what you have to sell.
Of course. It's just trinkets and curios, really. But I'm sure they can be useful.
There better be opium. This is... all we needed, right? Codeine. Alright, so at least we know that we have one more merchant here.
Tomorrow, more bodies will arrive and then sadly depart. I'm managing a train terminal.
Okay. Does that mean that we now know everybody here in... Yes. We know everybody here. And we've at least talked to everybody here. And also in the off-screen part of the game, I stumbled across, I can't say it otherwise, the knife of Clay Cox. That's the person whom we met quite in the beginning as the one who pushed the other one into the water and where the voice in our head told us to kill him. We did manage to get every hint for him, one failed, but now also with a quest with a knife given back to him. The knife was actually a wedding gift by his wife, who hates him. He is as good as it gets, so he might be a... how to say that? Might be a good test run for what happens if we give in to killing citizens. But for now, crumpled letter. Dear love, I finally found the missing money for the fee asked by the ambulance driver to bring you to the hospital. Don't worry about nothing now except getting better, for I took care of everything. I asked some of our neighbours and they told me that this Mr. Hooks is something of an honest crook. He may ask for extra money in exchange for a bed, but the bed is then guaranteed. I'm sorry I refused to pay first, and I realise now that the important thing is that you get better soon. The Pembroke Hospital is a good place, I heard. Everybody tells me otherwise. Despite the bad behaviour of this Milton Hooks, I promise you that everything is okay now. I'll see you in your clean bed as soon as possible. With fondest love, Nikolai. So, Milton is taking money for these trips. And it seems we can talk to Milton about that. So again, the game is about quite a lot of talking. Which is also one of the reasons why I decided to do a few things off screen. To speed that up a little bit. Where's Milton? Why is he not here? Any news?
Jonathan, are you alright?
No.
I thought it would be more unsufferable.
I'm here for you, Jonathan, if you ever need to talk.
Huh.
How do you live with the guilt?
I can't answer that, Jonathan. But we have to accept our nature. Nothing good can come of fighting who we are.
So we are not guilty, it's just, it's nature.
Have you killed someone you've known?
Jonathan, have you forgotten what I do here? I need to meet the men and women I kill.
Have you ever killed family?
I will not answer that. In time, perhaps.
So that's a yes.
Could I ask you some delicate questions?
Ask, and I will answer if I choose.
There's so much I want to know. I mean, what? Where? Who?
Slow down, Jonathan. And please, not all questions should be answered.
Please
Why
tell
not?
me. Are you Lady Ashbury? Is that your real name?
Yes and no. I was born Elizabeth Samantha Mary Englewood. Out of pure vanity, I cannot tell you when I was born.
That's not much of an answer.
Where? I mean, you don't live here.
I have a house in London where I reside with my daughter.
A daughter?
Your daughter.
Is she,
No. Charlotte is a perfectly normal young lady. And if you must know, I adopted. Perhaps
Ah,
you'll meet her someday.
that explains a lot.
Tell me, why do you finance this hospital?
I'm lucky to be in a privileged position to help those less fortunate. Kindness takes the edge off the years.
I would have thought the answer is more like, this is an all-you-can-eat. But this, of course, sounds far more polite.
If you'll forgive me, it seems a little hypocritical healing those that you may kill.
Jonathan, we are what we are. A paradox. Dead flesh with a lust for life.
So we are neither dead nor alive, somehow.
And our Dr. Swansea? He's fine with this culling of patients.
Dr. Swansea is a man firmly rooted in the realities of the modern world. He understands what we're trying to achieve here.
Does that make it better? I
I'll
don't
see
know.
you later.
So I actually wanted to talk to Milton, who isn't here. I don't even there he is. Why is he over there?
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
The first thing is...
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reid. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
He has new goods. And this stuff is what we need to... offhand? Attack speed? What is that? Offhand melee weapon. Oh, stun. Oh, we're not selling that. But we might be selling other stuff. Oh, always the wrong button. Sell multiple. We can... let's sell 8. Doesn't really help us. 14, 1, 16, 12. Small bag of junk. Getting a bit more money out of that. So, and let's look into our quests we have for the night. As we can see, we do have quite a lot of these quests, of these local investigations, as the game calls it. In Whitechapel, we have 2. For the Pembroke Hospital, we have 3. Here we have actually 4. Oh. And 1 failed, so we only have 4 instead of 5. And here we have a district that we haven't even discovered. What I will do is... I will basically keep the recordings running in case something interesting happens. But apart from that, I'll basically go through these investigations to get a few XP so that we don't have to kill too many citizens in order to be able to level up the next night. So we have the docks here. There's quite a few things to go. Here we have the reports. Deciding these two. This hasn't failed yet. Searching for the order. There was basically a few quests where we had 2 strong opponents. So we'll see how it goes. So in case I'm a bit silent now and then, means because I'm not really sure which part of the recordings I will be using.
Sometimes you act like a real jerk, you know that?
Oh, come on, Ozzy, don't be like that.
What, like what? Like someone who felt betrayed by the man he loves? Did you ever even try to find me? Rescue me?
You know, it's not like that. I wanted to. I was so afraid to leave the hospital, not to be seen with you.
We survived this shit together. That's all that matters. I know you did your best.
That's unexpected.
Fuck the war, right? And fuck them all.
Fuck the war. Fuck them all.
Let's see how they react. Given we're in the beginning of the 20th century, so this was still... Can I talk to you?
It's locked, all right.
Wait, what? You just got out of there. You closed the door. And... Ah, no questions.
Hello again, Mr. Blight. I'm happy to see Mr. Thatcher is safe for now.
I'm eternally grateful, Doctor. We were total strangers and you helped us anyway. Can't thank you enough, sir.
I mean, still in the 21st century, you would see that sexuality and sexual orientation is not as unmarked as it should be. Given that we're here in the beginning of the 20th century, this is a whole different
Do you need medical
story.
attention, sir?
No thanks, sir.
Okay, he's healthy.
Why do you stay here now that Mr. Thatcher's back?
It's complicated. Since the war, Oswald's been really nervous with the idea of entering any hospital. And me, I've got my own issues.
Can you speak about them?
Rats, sir. Even seeing one, they turn me. Just want to run. It's that fear that stopped me from going after Oswald when he left.
You are always welcome at the Pembroke Hospital. As a former officer, I'll be honored to welcome a fellow veteran.
I'm not giving up on bringing Oswald back to the hospital. I just need to convince him that he needs some help.
Perhaps he needs to reach that decision by himself.
Could you speak to him? He doesn't usually listen to doctors, but perhaps because you've been through it, you can talk him round.
What can you tell me about the war, Mr. Blight? If you want to speak about it, of course.
War was... Well, you know, sir. The stench of death everywhere. Your mates lying bleeding in the mud. Just praying to make it through and get home. Bloody nightmare.
Did you know Oswald Thatcher before the war?
No. We met in the battlefield. I think we're in the same boat to France. We've stuck together ever since.
You can say so.
I fought in France, too. I served as a field surgeon, but it was not uncommon to repel an assault, especially at night.
Yeah. The first time I was wounded, I had to protect the infirmary from hostiles. Twice.
What
No.
can you tell me?
Sorry, going through that here.
How do you feel about Oswald Thatcher? You are more than friends, aren't you?
I love him. I love Oswald. We knew we wouldn't survive the war without each other. But I am terrified, Doctor.
What frightens you so much?
What if people find out? Oswald says I'm ashamed, but it ain't that. It's more, well, you know, I never thought I'd love a man.
I won't say a word, Mr. Blight. Your secret is safe with me.
I fought for my country and I survived. I saw my comrades die. And now society tells me I'm a criminal for who I love. It makes me so angry.
Which again poses the question, who's the monster here? We as a vampire just said, we don't have an issue with that. We won't tell anybody, love whom you want to, while society and laws tell us something different.
What caused your phobia of rats, Newton?
It happened last year following an artillery attack. I was trapped for 2 days in a hole under 2 dead soldiers. And there were rats.
Go on.
It started eating me as soon as I dozed. Gnawing at my ears, my fingers, lips. I couldn't move. Couldn't call for help.
I see.
No, you don't. You have no idea what it is to wake up buried under bodies.
I do.
Fucking vermin eating your flesh. Oswald. He found me and saved me.
Goodbye, Mr. Blight. Take care of yourself.
So where's Oswald? And why can't I enter here? Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Alright. Is that Oswald? Is he getting in? And I can't follow.
Can't understand why you still care for this bloody city.
For God's sake.
Oswald has a headache, which we can't cure because we don't have the medicine for that. And now he's in there.
Things are different here.
And we can't talk to him because this damn gate is locked. Now both come out again, locking the gate directly behind them. I do have so many questions.
So many rats in the streets. Aren't I the lucky one?
Hello again, Mr. Thatcher. Do you feel any better now?
Yes, this neighborhood may stink of dog shit and reek of piss, but to me it smells like the purest mountain air.
Mr. Thatcher, do you have a job?
No. Since I came back from the war, I spent most of my time and energy just trying to forget.
I understand what you mean. I was a soldier too.
No. Nobody can truly understand what I've gone through.
Why were you locked in that sewer? What happened?
I went by the canal after an argument with a friend. Got chased by these fucking wankers and had to barricade myself in, despite my claustrophobia.
Why did you run? What was the reason for your argument?
Newton wanted me to go to a hospital, but I can't stand being closed in. It makes me feel like I'm suffocating.
Tell me about your claustrophobia. Has anyone given you an official diagnosis?
That's what the bloody doctors said. But I don't want to go to a hospital to get checked again. I'll deal with it my own way.
Alright.
Oswald, why did you not go to the Pembroke Hospital to seek medical help?
I don't trust doctors. All they care about was their careers and processes. I won't be locked in any room again by anyone.
Your fear of being trapped is not going to go away by itself. You need professional help.
I've seen enough butchers in white coats to last a lifetime. Hospitals reek of chemicals and death. What I need is fresh air.
He might have made some traumatic experiences in war times.
Do you want to talk about why you have this fear of being enclosed, Mr. Thatcher?
No, I really don't.
An irrational fear like yours is usually rooted in a specific event. Perhaps it would help to talk about it.
Well, Doctor, take a guess then, if you're so interested in my case.
Ha. that's not the case. I guess it has to do with the war. You got buried? I don't know. Soldier's guilt doesn't really fit the claustrophobia idea.
When I rescued you, you expressed joy at seeing the sky again. So I'm inclined to believe you were trapped or buried somehow. Maybe during the shelling.
Jeez, you're good, Doc. You're really good.
Go on, please. Tell me more about it.
Newton and I were trapped in a circulation tunnel after an artillery attack. We were buried alive for several days without ever knowing if we'd be found.
Oh, it wasn't only Newton, they were both trapped there.
Oswald, tell me about what happened when you were buried in that tunnel with Newton.
It was more than dark. It was black as pitch. Hours seemed like days, and days like months. Oh, the terror, the shameful thoughts. Lord have mercy.
Shameful thoughts. Tell me about them.
At some point, I don't remember which day, but when I thought we'd never be rescued, that this would be our end, I thought about...
Say it, Mr. Thatcher. If you ever want to heal, you have to say it.
I thought about what I could do to survive, just for a few more days. I thought about killing Newton. Killing and eating him. The man I fucking love.
Wartime stories.
What you endured was terrifying. It would have completely destroyed weaker men.
It did not destroy Newton.
Tell me about your true feelings for Newton.
I love him. I'm not ashamed to say it. He's the best thing that ever happened to me. I can't imagine life without him.
Yeah.
Why should
I'm
you
not
be
sure. She said
ashamed?
it.
I'm not, I said. But Newton sees it differently.
I admire your honesty. It takes courage to stand up to society. The world needs people like you to create change.
Courage is what we needed in the trenches, looking death in the face every day. I speak plain. I speak my mind.
Have you always been this straightforward?
All I know is, before you saved me by the sewer, my only regret was I wouldn't be able to hold or kiss Newton again. I love him, that's all.
Newton is conflicted about his feelings towards you. Would you like to talk about it, Oswald?
It makes me sad and angry. It feels like the beautiful thing we have is somehow tainted. It hurts to see him so lost.
His love for you is genuine. I'm certain he wasn't lying to me when he expressed his feelings for you.
Newton still has to accept it, knowing he'll be seen as a queer, a fairy, less than a man in those simple-minded bigots' eyes. Though he's more of a man than they'll ever be, so fuck them all.
This observation or investigation is quite the statement.
Goodbye, Mr. Thatcher. Try to take care of yourself.
Especially given that we are, well, in 1918. Any news here?
Hello again, Mr. Blight.
Good evening, Dr. Reid. You doing your rounds as usual?
You and Oswald were buried alive during the war. Tell me about it.
Yeah. It was last summer. A shell hit our trench and we were buried for a week.
Oswald seemed far more traumatized than you by the event.
It wasn't the first time it happened to me. Surviving it again gave me strength. You believe that?
How did you survive for a week?
Luckily for us, there were rations and water in the tunnel. It was an outpost, see? Since then, Oswald's not keen on being inside for too long.
Goodbye, Mr. Blight. Take care of yourself.
Thank you too. Interesting side story. So that's what the game actually does quite well. Surprisingly well, I have to say. That I was expecting more of a linear horror thing, given that we are a vampire. But we have so many different side stories that face and tackle so many different issues we still have in the 21st century. We have racism, migration, homophobia. So we have tons of topics that have, well, sadly one has to say, given that the game takes place more than 100 years ago, but they haven't lost their validity or their, well, oh, that's this plot here. Their relevance.